doom. And we're back to the blueprints. Get shareable link. Yeah, that Polytopia free-for-all ain't gonna go well at this rate. I mean, I'm not in any danger, but I'd like to steamroll ahead instead of have to defend myself. Going. On to day 17. We'll see how this goes. I was going to start streaming like 20 minutes ago, and I had ice cream of sadness, but then my significant other got home, so I devoured the sadness, and I am happy now. No more sad. Alright. We have 16 stars. I need to collect my allowance. And as always, let us make a wish. So, if anything, I want to try to at least get back to the issue is I probably need to make a list of all the rooms and then write down like how many small gates are actually in each room. But then the question is what are the other two values? I mean, we have to, right? The tomb. Now the question is do I go downstairs right away? Each time I draft dead in my house, spread 5 in the tomb. I would like to... I want to go in, but we're going to have to make sure we have plenty of steps to go into the tomb later. So the tomb is probably how we get into the catacombs. Which to me would actually make sense. That's so cool. This will be a great way for us to get a lot of steps, so I would like to make this a bedroom house if possible. But we'll also want to pay out for all of the money. Ooh, car keys. Laboratory is nice, but a hallway... Because the laboratory is unfortunately facing the wrong way. Pantry would honestly be better here. We'll take the pantry. We're going to save the apple if there's an apple here, just in case we get a laboratory later. That is a shame. Great Hall, Foyer, and Secret Passage are added. Alright, 11. 25 minus 15 is 10. $13. Minus 10 squared is 9. Got it. So we square it on the color once it's done. So 20 minus 18 squared is 4. No Polytopia today? No, not today. Always on Sundays. We have achieved the silver key. Not today. But before you leave, I am considering this upcoming Sunday doing a live massive free-for-all on Glory with, of course, a time limit. So I'm not going to set any rules just to experiment. I want to just see how it would work out, and then we can go from there. It's probably going to be a mistake, but right now we're going to start with the chapel. We're going to go back. Blue Polytopia. What game is this? This is the Blue Prince. It is a first-person puzzle game. I actually beat it. We're currently in the post-game trying to solve a lot more puzzles. So if you like a puzzle game that actually wants you to write down notes on a piece of paper in order to play the game, as if you're solving like a mystery as well, and you kind of also are solving a mystery. I'm actually out of paper. I'm about to have to grab more paper. This is an amazing puzzle game. It's not just like that one puzzle you saw me solve. That's one of the easy ones. Let's see. Hallway? Probably hallway. No. We'll get the kitchen here. But the payout is like not that great. I guess I'll get the kitchen. Okay. What's on the menu today? Porthouse steak. If I get the showroom, we can make the porthouse steak give 10 additional steps. Bacon and eggs! Add plus 10 and adds morning room to today's drafting pool. Let's get that. Because I've actually never visited the morning room. Observatory. I'm out of gems now, though. Alright. We can grab this. That's a key. This makes apples extra delicious. And a pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Good. So, now I need more money. So, if I find the right kind of room, we can buy the, I actually keep forgetting if there's actually anything else up here. I don't think so. I think it's just the valve, right? Right. So I guess the other question is... would there be anything else that this could theoretically point to? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just observatory, get stars. West Wing hallway? Perfect. Oh, the morning room! Oh, that's so cool. Alright, West Wing hallway. So we can successfully get our dead end. And have more gold spread into the tomb. And a storeroom is perfect. should go back to the entrance hall soon. Spare green room is always good. Dang. Except for the fact we found nothing. Ooh. Workshop is always good. Allows me to combine items. Garage is good too, I guess. But we'll grab this. In this case, it's a battery pack again. I don't think I have any other tools, so nothing for me to combine the battery pack with. The commissary is again another way for us to get more items, but I need gold. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. And alright, shovel, sleeping mask. Definitely gonna want that sleeping mask. Salt shaker. Metal detector is also really good. Yikes. I guess we're going to the reading nook. Get ourselves a library. Magnifying glass. Inspect items more closely. I don't think I actually ever looked at this closely. But this is basically telling me a lot that I already know. Many secret will take to something. Shame. Guess we're gonna use the key we got here. Go ahead and grab ourselves a library. And then get one of our... It's a coupon! Coupon book is good. Saves us money whenever we buy stuff. The pump system. So maybe this will have a clue on how to use the other reservoir. Right. Level indicator, select buttons. We know all this. Source, labels, water control panel. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons and equal to your own home's needs. One button for each different water source on the estate. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labeled Pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if the corresponding button is selected. After you have selected a water source, next one. The issue is we basically already know all this. Yeah, nothing here is new. All of this is known information. Oh well, it was still worth checking out just in case. Yikes. However, the archives is going to be the best room to get here, but not cool. Another apple? There's usually an item over here. There's not this time. So, interestingly, the archives is not labeled as one such room, but we can go, of course, this room will allow power to go through it. We're not going to go that way yet. We're actually to go into here. Ooh. We'll go this way. Security. Allows me to wrap around. Well, no matter what, we should at least... Right! I forgot about that room outside that I unlocked that I need to go to. The, keycard system. Change offline mode to, of course, unlocked in case. And set security level to low for now. Exit. Trying to think of the best way to go. We're going to go downwards from here. Lovely. That is bad. There's gotta be something about this room. This room also takes power. Look at that. So if I can get the boiler room. What's the fastest way back to the entrance hall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But the chapel is going to eat a gold by going through. I'd rather not. We did get more gold spread into the tomb. So it's not the end of the world. Rather just not be getting the furnace. I would like to try to make this archives a boiler room, if possible. We're gonna try. Special keys? Right, a silver key. We're gonna try the silver key. We're gonna use the silver key. Dang! 1, 2... I can get the mechanarium. Or we gamble on the archived floor plan. That's a boiler room. That's what we're doing. It's not. Well, actually, I would not have been able to draft it anyways. Why am I upset about? I don't have any gems. Alright, time to head back. This can also... So we're going to go to the chapel, and we're going to try both through the chapel as well as through the entrance hall in order to get the breaker room. Oof. That is probably the worst thing I could have gotten. Because now I'm less likely to find any of the items that I want or need. I don't think we're getting a laboratory. I'm just gonna eat this. Guest bedroom, I guess. Get us a dead end. And we have to hold on to our keys. All right. We're going to go back to the tomb. But I'm also going to go this way first. Because I really want to see that room, the Blackbridge Grotto that we opened up. There's got to be something in there. Oh, hi there, birdies. Hmm. 1100. Hopefully that's not important. Small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Fascinating. Welcome to Blackbridge. Blackbridge Network Administration Controls. The admin key, we know it's a 5-digit key. Safe deposit box. RUOT. And then their first initial. I can brute force this. Route? Dang, that would have been nice. We got 26 guesses. Ruth? Dang. Should be one of these, right? Oops, wrong one. Route R, route S, route T, route U. Hopefully I didn't misspell one of these. V, root W, root X, root Y, root Z. Hopefully I did not spell a single one of those. Admin key is RUOT, and then the first initial. And I literally tried them all. So I'm going to have to find that letter again. We're going to go ahead and insert that microchip. I can't think of anything else that would use a microchip like this. I think I'd rather just keep it there. I'm trying to remember where I found that letter. Was it the servants' quarters? Perhaps it was in the servants' quarters. Which, coincidentally, we have access to. I was also hoping that I could, access a computer from there, but apparently not. So for now, we're going to go into the tomb and explore that. Goodness. Oh, I got torches I can light. This is definitely the catacombs. I know this. I know this. Too bad I don't have a shovel. Orinda Ares. Pretty certain that... Open only in the event of my death. Simon. So here's where it all ends. At least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father, and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. How's it going, Yappy? We made it into the catacombs. They say there's no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realties and regrets. I think there's no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in the sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you a strength to bend, if not break, these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric, and to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, I commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay, cool, but where's my money? There's money spread in these halls. I'm worried about the real things. All right, it is the magnifying glass and... Is it the shovel, the metal detector? I can't remember. What makes the thing that can light things up? Because I bet you lighting these up will open up the doorway. But I also bet you that pulling the fingers of all these statuettes will create a surprise for us. Surprises can be found. But where's my money? Where's my money? I found my money. Each of our journeys comes to conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end. Or is it? Keeping my eye on my steps. They're still at 56. Okay, we need to find the gardener. That's the maid. The queen. You are the gardener. The chef is next. Where's the chef? Which one's the gardener? Which one's the farmer? Because next would be the farmer. Hey, Cholito, how's it going? Had an influenza. Oh, no. I hope you're glad you're here. You're feeling better, at least. Alright, we need the sweep. The sweep is next. And by the sweep, it's the chimney sweep. Then the maid. I think I got it wrong. No, this is the maid. The rider and racer. I'm so glad I wrote this down so long ago, going, this is gonna be a puzzle later. Yes, I knew it! I'm a lot better. That's good to hear. Not healed yet, but yesterday I could barely move. Yes, I'm overall, I'm glad you're feeling better. I am so glad I wrote down that clue in the, Does this take us back to the... This is a new room altogether. Excavation tunnel. Right, so I've already seen this map. This map is also located here in room number 7. Does it close it again? Interesting. Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration. Okay, so we are now inside of the underground. We found out how to travel through the catacombs. Was there anything else I wanted to see? I don't think so. I haven't turned off the power or anything else as such, so I think we just go back... I think we just go back this way. Oh, it's not in this room. It's in room 8. The room with, I don't need to go back to room 8. I honestly don't know which way would be faster, so we're just gonna go this way. I don't need to go to the chest room. This is a problem. Oh no! Oh no. I have to go all the way back and burn even more steps. There's no button for me to call it down. So... I can't go up stairway number 5 because the well is currently flooded. I haven't turned off the power because we haven't found the breaker box. So I can't go up through the basement. Guess we're just gonna go back through the catacombs. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't. So, other things that I would... Interesting. Can't be interacted with. There's got to be something here for lighting those candles. Oh well, we have it open so we can hit back at any time. And we have our money. Said you're not, he said it's not going, yeah, unfortunately. Cholito will, everyone, we wish you the best. So just for now, just relax and have a good time. I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I only have this one key. I can go all the way up to this commissary, buy ourselves a metal detector. I guess there's a lot of stuff I can buy from the commissary. Yeah. Do I also go ahead and buy a whole bunch of extra stuff here? Spend 5 on bananas? Get 15 steps? I don't think I need it. We don't need it. We're doing fine on steps. So I'm not specifically looking for dead ends anymore. It's a lot better than yesterday. Yep. Alrighty. Metal detector. It's gonna give us more coins and more of that. Salt shaker will give us steps, but a shovel... The shovel's gonna be more important. And I think overall the sleeping mask is gonna be better. Alright. Exit. Glad I didn't buy anything. Do I make something with this? I don't think so. I think we just keep moving forward. Now, the downside to all of this is... If I go through the dark room here, it could probably just... It's not worth the risk. Use key. We have to grab the gymnasium. All these steps don't matter. If we just run out of everything. Yep, and we're out of keys. Alrighty. Yeah, there's nothing else for us to do today. I'm gonna go ahead and just call it a day. That's a shame. Massive, massive shame. The Red Via. We did get to explore the tomb, though, and we unlocked the path, I'm assuming permanently, to go into the catacombs. So, in theory, we should be able to go back once we get the appropriate tool to be able to light everything up. Alright, save and continue. We're going to try one more, and then that'll probably be it. Day 18. But we did finally get the last of the outdoor rooms. It was the tomb. Wish I could get more gems. A better allowance would also be great, too. Alright, everyone. Make a wish. As long as we're always making some form of progress. I guess I should have gone to the maid's chambers and read the room. Because there is a room that has that note about the admin key. Because apparently I need to look at it again and figure out who Ruta's name actually is. Do I just go trading post? I think we just get tool shed. Metal detector. We're set for... And we got a battery. 2 really good items. Metal detector right out of the gate is really good. Alright. So let's see what kind of puzzle... I'm also going to continue to try to fill out the entire estate. Because that is one of the challenges. Because we do have... Reach room 46 in dare mode, but I can't do that anytime soon. Reach room 46 in 1 day. In under an hour. So, there is a thing for speed running. Do I just get the closet here? Yeah, we're gonna grab the closet here. Woohoo! We got the sleeping mask. Works for me. Library. Yep, library. Being 6, I see red. Where are you seeing red? Let's get the fixed stars. I'm curious if that's the same one as the I'm wondering if that's the same one as what's in the observatory. Oh, the casino. But I really want to get the funeral parlor specifically to try to fill out the entire estate. All the red rooms you were drafting yesterday. We'll get the funeral parlor. The gems are in the black box. One of these is the truth, one of these is the lie. The gems are in the box with a statement. So if this is a lie, this has to be a lie. The gems are in a box with a statement. But if that's true, then this is true. Or then this is false. Are you opening it now? I don't see myself walking all the way back just to get 3. The gem. I also increased the rarity of this room just so I could find it later, but apparently I'm going to find it now. The gems are in a box with a statement. If this is false, then it would be in here, meaning this would be false. But if this is true, then this is also true. Sure is I don't think the rules have changed any. Yeah. The gems are in the black box. That means that's true, this has to be false. And if this is false, the gems are in a box with a statement. That means it would have to be in here. So if this is true, if they're in a box with a statement, then this would be, they're in here. The rules are indeed the same. You know, I should have opened this one first in case it was a, I think we just grab a nursery here, right? There we go. Get a whole bunch of steps back. The power hammer. Honestly, I'd prefer to get the observatory here. By the stars. Everything is 50% off today. And we got 3 steps. Wow, why would you face it that way? I think we just grab the kitchen here. It's too easy for us to just hit a dead end here, unfortunately. But everything is 50% off, so don't mind if I do. I want to try to get the boiler room. Got it. Chef salad. Club sandwich. I could eat a whole bunch of free bananas. Alright. We'll come back to this room, because there's only one way through this entire estate. Ooh. Gymnasium's actually kind of good here. Gives us 2 different directions. Oh. There you are. Security. There we go. The run is served. Dead end. I don't need to go into the greenhouse. Storeroom's also going to help me get through this entire estate, because one is going to be a massive gamble, and green rooms typically cost quite a bit, so... Garage? Patio. Utility closet. Honestly, is probably the best choice here. Keycard system off. There we go. Which gets us right to where we need to be. Keycard system. Keycard settings. Change offline mode. Unlocked. Security level. High. Boom. We'll exit. It's good enough. The boudoir. I'm actually gonna go back and go to the utility closet. We're gonna consume quite a bit of steps doing this, but it's way better than random, because we still have plenty of steps. Again, I'm trying to fill out the entire estate. The next question is do I go to the kitchen and just buy everything? Or at least buy the bananas? Yeah, we buy the bananas. Bananas. Banana, banana, banana. Banana, banana. 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 Alright, good. This game is puzzling? Oh, it absolutely is. Where? Ooh, a key. That's good. Alright, going down. Workshop is exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. So we can get our item here. The broken lever. So if I find another greenhouse. Or I could battery pack, metal detector, broken lever, and I don't have the shovel or the hammer. Snow power hammer. I'm gonna grab the drawing room. Money! Ooh. There's the dining room, which actually is good for completing the estate. I'm just gonna grab the pool hall. Nothing over here. 15. Ooh, 3 squared is 9. 12 minus 18 squared is 4. Ah, okay, so this is going to be after multiplying it squared. So 4 plus 5 is 9, minus 7 is 2 times 1, and then squared is 4. 2 more keys. It's okay if this is a dead end. Guest bedroom. All of the steps. There's nothing over here this time? There's usually just something here, but I guess it was just on the floor over there. Terrace. Green rooms do not cost that to draft. There's also the laboratory. I'm gonna grab the terrace. Save up on gems. Anything useful out here? The shovel. That's what I was hoping for. I could make the power shovel now. So one interesting thing is this statue. Because this is twice now, like I've gotten the terrace specifically on this tile, because the statue is right here. Really wish I could take a closer look at it. Alright, we gotta go up through security. Right now I'm dealing with potential dead ends, so use this key. We got 5 keys, so that's good. Chapel is not nice. Guess we go through the den. Do I have a hammer? I do not. So I can use a key to open that. We're at least gonna grab this. Oh, the casino! But it's pointing the wrong way again. I really want to get this casino, but it does me no good if it's just gonna lead to a dead end. Pantry is gonna be better here. We'll unlock this door. No gambling. I gotta take the archives here. Looking to see if there's any clues on any of these. Because it could be just a lore dump, but I'm assuming it's more than a lore dump. It's gotta be more than a lore dump. We know what this is. Patio. Got our coins. Might I unburden you of some encumbersome coinage? Heh. I think I just go up with corridor. And the corridor is always unlocked. Bedroom. Get a whole bunch of steps back. Again, it's better than nothing. I'm trying to fill out the entire house. Ooh. Right. Dirt. Anything good? Yes, I got a key. Exactly what I wanted. Dirt. I got a nail. Not worth picking up. Then why did you... You wasted one of the doors on that? Ooh, the courtyard. I've reached rank 8, which gets us access to the armory, which I don't have enough money for right now. The bishop. I don't have the chapel, but it could get me money, but then I'll have nothing to spend the money on. The rook makes the corner rooms easier to draft, or I can get a lot of keys by going to the west wing, which is 3 rooms left. Honestly, probably the Gambits of the Queen. But the Mantle of the Knight gives me some nice permanent bonuses. Makes it to where I can ignore a red room, get a star. I can cut the gem cost of a room if I'm lucky. What was that other one? You've inspired me to become a professional gamer. Ooh, a gambler. I don't think we get... I don't think we get the knights. I think we get the queen for once. Got another key. Okay, so that was a bad gamble. A coin. Money. So I can spend on a room. This room's gonna be unlocked. Ooh, the commissary gets us money. Well, it's what we could spend our money on. Upgrade disc. Always. Always gotta get the upgrade disc. And we'll save. We'll be back. Treasure trove or the boudoir for a billion steps. Nah, we take the treasure trove. Thanks for reminding me that I could always stop right before the jackpot. It worked? Green memos and white boxes are always lies. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. What are all the memo rules? I didn't write the first one down. I guess I should have. But this one is telling me I shouldn't believe it anyways. There we go. So we got our 10 money, which will allow us to buy another gem. Use a key. For servants' quarters. +1 for each bedroom. Yeah, that should give me enough keys. I think so. Yeah. This is the room that had that note. There are 12 major keys. This is not the one with the clue I'm looking for. Okay, so it is a different room, unfortunately. But we got a lot of keys. That's a lot of keys. Oh, yeah. But we need these keys. There are 12 major keys. Now the question is that note the truth or a lie? Because so far a lot of the things say the green memos are lies, so... What was the rule about the green memos? There's one of them from in Herbert's room. The green memo in Herbert's room is a lie. So I think the other green memos are truths then. A different YouTuber I was watching who found that rule. No, I think we found it. Because it's in the dark room. I do have it in magnifying glass. So we could take a look at that. Before we head all the way over there, we're gonna buy a sets of gems. I think we spend the rest of our money. I could be wrong, but I'm going to spend the rest of my money. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm in a gambling mood today. We got more keys! This is unlocked. Whenever I enter the vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock. The 4th one becomes locked. Right. I think we picked this room anyways. It's just safe. Does eat up a lot of our keys. We're gonna go downwards. Am I adding the pump room to this draft? I know I want the pump room. Because I want to lower the water level. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't. Right? Ooh, car keys. If I can get a garage. We're gonna go back to the pantry. I'm looking if I should go back to the terrace or the spare green room. I think right now the answer to that is no. I never entered the pantry. Banana? That's not cool. I could use the secret passage to get to a blue room. I think I take the archived plan. Well, it's a lot of steps, I guess. So many apples. We're gonna wait on eating those apples. 1, 2, 2, 5. Oh, I meant to look at the dark room. I'm sorry. I completely forgot to look at the dark room. Well, there's one of the rubies. Gonna go ahead and use this. Chapel. It is the garage. Gambit of the Queen. key to the secret garden. Get back here before noon. I've scheduled, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I'm sure Denny already has payment ready. We have plenty of keys. Saving those apples just in case. The trunk is locked. Gems? We got gems! It's going to be really tricky to get the last of these rooms, unfortunately. Boiler room. See, the showroom would be nice, but I think we just take the boiler room here. Alright, we're going to use a key. I don't think I need gems anymore. We're going to grab archived. Just in case. What would I be looking for besides the boiler room? The pump room! That's what we're looking for! Does it make a difference? You already have a door into that room. Alrighty. It's a good thing I wrote this down. So right now it's at the dock level, but I want to bring it down to 6. 2... 4, 5, 6. So the aquarium is height 6. So we want it the same height as this aquarium. So we're going to dump it into the pool really fast. Then the reservoir we're going to grab again. And unfortunately, it's just all of it. 4 goes into tank 2. Really? How do we do this? Because I just need 3, but there's 4 in here. And unfortunately, the kitchen goes to tank 2. They did this on purpose. What about the greenhouse? Is the greenhouse a suitable alternative? 5. Sort of. A little bit. Or, you know what we could do? Take this. And then bring it backwards, right? There we go. We now have the entry level unlocked. Whatever that means. I look forward to seeing that. So we're gonna go through the boiler room and hopefully, please be a key. Please be a key! Yes, special key, secret garden. Boom! Queen's Gambit. Turnip. Alright, open up this path. It'd be great if I could get some ivory dice. Shovel popping off right now. You know it. I would love to get the hammer back from the coat check so we could smash that open. Because that would be great. An old shoe, not worth picking up. Apple. We're gonna hold on to it just in case. We have to take this way. Money. Alrighty. Count the small gates. And... Insert disc! Yes! Let's upgrade a room. Ooh, the hallway. Hallway data has been found on this upgrade disc. You will now have a chance to permanently enhance this room in one of the 3 different floor plans. Hallway gives a key, a locked trunk, or add an extra hallway to tomorrow's draft pool. I mean, hallways are nice. It's really hard to say no to the +1 key, right? Infinite hallways? Yeah, I'm thinking that. Like, because if I add an extra hallway to tomorrow's draft pool, I could potentially draft 2, which would then give me access to 4. That's cool and all. And this one's a gamble, of course. +1 to the locked trunks? Because if I get a key, then I get 3 items. And sometimes there's keys in those, because as y'all know, I opened up a trunk. I opened up a locked trunk with a key, and I got 3 keys. I think, honestly, though, just +1 key is just better. But the hallways just sounds fun. It also really helps us block from... I think just the keys is better, though. Alright. Yeah, small gates. This guy is gates. They are trying to really let me know. Count the small gates. You are not gates. It's 1, 2, 3. 3 small gates. What do I do with that? March of the Count, March 3rd. March 3rd. March of the Count. I'm happy I got that. Okay. Office. There it is. First off, we get a gem. And this is the second time. That means this is important. This is the second time 8 is sideways. Dear Mr. Sinclair, thank you for promptly answering all of our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. And while I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully, you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this indiscriminate should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expect to find at your desk this week. No, we're not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we could do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why indiscriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of those points, and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your younger nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being unintentionally misleading. We hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the contents of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to, and you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous. X. We now have 4 of the 8 red letters. Intentionally misleading, not unintentionally misleading. Right? Maybe I misspoke. Let's go! Coins. Might I unburden you of those uncumbersome coinage? To continue going up, you must go down. Is there anything on here? I don't think so. I think it's literally just smudges. Yep. Alrighty. Alright, we got 2 more rooms. Oh, wait. Right. The garage won't be able to be powered. I was thinking, like, oh, what if I power the garage? It's not connected. The ballroom. I think we have enough keys. Not that it really matters, but we'll see. The tunnel? That's true, I haven't drafted the tunnel yet. That's cool. Alright, so we fully drafted this entire house out. So that is one of the achievements. We're going to go into the foundation, and we're going to go downstairs. Can you pass the antechamber? We absolutely can. But also, I want to see what's inside the entry level for the reservoir. Because that was another one of those things that I wanted to accomplish. Because all I gotta do is go through there and make it into that room. We could definitely do it. Let's see what's inside. As this music's starting to get sadder, the only thing that would really make this even more sad is to see, like, a hovel in here, and then there's a person, and it's Simon's mother, and that would just make me just start to cry. Even though she's probably actually, like, gone. I don't think there's gonna be that kind of happy ending to go, "Hello, Simon." That would be the biggest, like, plot twist of the entire... game. Delete it. A. Oops. Let's get that fixed a little bit. And then delete it. Delete it. Is that a Torchic in the background? It is, actually. Torchic got me through college. We seek what's in the shade of truth. That's the author, right? Why would you specifically have a picture of that? Pretty certain that's also a... So, picture of chess basement. Correct. On wall. That's very perplexing that it specifically has That over there. I should take this just to be safe. A sanctum key. It has been 6 months. 6 months of living in this air-choked cavern of boredom and dread. 6 months since we said our silent goodbyes to our families. 6 months of planning. 6 months of rehearsal. 6 months of heartache. But no regrets. Everyone who knows me intimately thinks I have left the country. Everyone else assumes me dead. I didn't realize the name at the... And maybe that's all that is left for us. The long walk and steps lead up to the gallows. A steep price to pay for ideals. I concede, but a price that somehow seems cheaper and less cruel than another 2 fortnights bunkered down here beneath the sand and soot. And yet, as I write this, I have never felt so close to the sky in my dreams. Tomorrow, we will reclaim our birthright. Tomorrow, the crown of Orinda will finally return to Oris. The first step taken is half the journey. May the black shores guide us. Mary. Fortnite! White Faro Marigold. This is the entire plan. So, as kind of implied and figured out, let's see. As cool as this would be, it's too easy to track, literally. So this is the plan, because Mary, which I kind of assumed stole the crown to the estate. So Mary stole the crown and is the one that had all of the gems. What's even funnier is I was saying like, oh, what if I got here and Mary was here? Like, oh, hi, Simon. She was here. Platform 8. Oh, boy. Am I gonna have to start taking the subways? Well, we're drawing this now. 8 goes over to 9. Boom. 14 is here. 7 is up here. 3 is here. 2 is here.
10 is here. 15. This could all just be something I don't need to write down, but we also said that I was saying that about like the pictures of everything in the chapel, and look where that got us. 16. 13. 6. 4. 5. 11. And then 12. Kind of here-ish. Alright. 8 goes to 9. 9 goes to 10. 10 goes to 1. And then 7 kind of goes over to here. This reminds me of one of my favorite puzzles from a game of Myst. This goes down to here, then across to here, and then down. And this specifically goes up and over to 2. Another puzzle game I would recommend if you like this kind of puzzle game. 3 goes over to here. I thought you had played Myst. I had. Or you're going to play it live. The talk is I may try to play it live. I made it all the way to the final puzzle, but I got stuck on it. And then I got kind of busy and did other things since. We're going to draw this. But it is such a good game. Especially if you like puzzle games like this. $11 goes over to 2 and also goes straight down. Or to 12, and 12 goes up to there. Alright, in case it's important, we have our Metro map. It could also just be lore. And of course, here, let's... Royal Station. Nine. Mainway. So what's that other clue about meeting up at Sandy Heights? Is Sandy Heights any of these? No. Oris Rain Station 5 Fen Central. The numbers could also be important. Mainway Station. I'm gonna also circle that, like so. 10. Where's 10? 10. Tanner. Fork. 13, because I'm looking at it dead. And... which reminds me of the tomb. Is it coincidence? Maybe. 4, Ruffington. 12. There it is. Orinda Station. So I think I got all the major stations written down. Number 2, East Depot. 3. Aries Crossing. 7. Angel Tower. 6, which is here, Lumber. Hot. Field. 11 is West Depot. 14, Trinesdale. 15, Canyon Pass. 16, Borderline. Cool. Alright. So, we have all of them labeled. It'll be interesting if we can be taking this. I'm assuming not, but you never know. We'll have to see. Did I lose a step by going through this? I was going to say, if I lost a step there, then we definitely could do that. Something with that later. It's definitely involved. You know what? I think that's a clue. We seek what's in the shade of truth. So, there's a chance that's a clue. In other words, the shadow of something. So who's truth? Okay. As nice as that probably could have been, I'm glad it didn't go all the way. Alright. I still need to fully drain this. I did not power up the boiler room, but I don't think I need to go up there anyways, so we're fine. Do you have Home Depots where you are? Oh yeah, I have Home Depots where I'm at. So we're definitely not getting the achievement to clear this out in less than a day, and definitely not in less than an hour. So, but there's still 8 rooms. Is there anything else that I want to do before we end the day by making it into the 46th room? I can't think of anything. We did not get the study, so we can't get a 5th letter. There's nothing I need to buy. I have 42 steps, so what we could do... Sanctum key. Unlocks one of 8 doors? Wait a second. think it's only fair. Okay. We're going to start with this one. This key will permanently open one door in the inner sanctum. Do you wish to use it on this door? Why? Yeah. Alrighty. We have... Oh, this soundtrack is so cool. Oops. This over here. Star. 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 And I will decode what this means. Singular lines. And then black, basically, all the way across. Boom. All right, we drew it for future reference, in case we need it. And if we use our other notes, this is very similar to a different one that we already had drawn. So this is a crest of Orindia. We don't have straight lines yet. So I don't know what straight lines stand for. There's a 3 lines, which is rainy. There's a chance that's supposed to resemble rainy. On the insides, it's tribal. And the color is black. I'm going to try to match at least that first. It is incorrect. Right, that's better. That is still incorrect. That is... Haha! It's a good thing I drew that! Draw everything. They're all clues. Collector's copy of Morajai box, the Orindia Ares variation. Due to the overwhelming amounts of artifacts bearing the Orindia Ares sigil that were destroyed after the war, Morajai puzzle boxes featuring the infamous black symbol are among the rarest and most valuable collectors can acquire. When black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right as if on train rails. I think we already figured that part out. Let's collect our allowance, shall we? Alright, so we want... Right. So it pushes them all. So this is technically pushing them all. We're going to click that to reset it. Yellow goes only up. Interesting. So the green tiles are swapping places with whatever's actually here. It swaps places with whatever's on the other side. Okay. How do I want to do this? This can go here. We're going to swap those places. We're going to swap this place. Swap place. Green just swaps places with whatever's on the other side. So I need to get this up. I could also do that. Yeah, that's the correct play. Then that goes up. Over, 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 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get our allowance. Black Bridge Hotel and Spa. Another Orindia Aries. Finn Aries. One for... I don't know if that's important. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough. But in what order? What route? And where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirits of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Herbert. Mount Holly Estate in care of Aunt Babbage, Reddington, Finn Aries, 63080. Also notice, this is the exact same envelope used on a different package. Okay. And flying the black flags. Yeah, so Finn Aries is typically aligned with the color black. And Finn, Oris. Route 8, depart, keep left. Left to Tanner, Fork. Those who are curious, I'm now starting to piece together, as I'm looking through my notes, what this means. So this starts out Route 8. Now, I don't have that other map available, so I'm not going to go all the way back, but, because it would consume some steps, but again, we have our routes here. Start out Route 8, depart. Keep left. That takes us left to Tanner Fork. So we start at Route 8, depart, keep left. Because of the direction it goes, it takes us to Angeltown. Left to Tanner Fork. Okay. Turn right, that takes us to Oris train station. Dead end. Then record each stop on the way. Is it 8, 9, 10, 1? So that was in... So this doesn't take us to dead end correctly, because if we start off at our departure, which is right here, Route 8, it's a little hard to see. If we keep left, that should take us up to Angel Tower. And then, oh wait, so it'd be 873 Ares Crossing to Tanner Fork, turn left, Oris train station 1, and then dead end. Record each stop on the way. 8, 7, 3, 10, 1. Seven, 3, 11. Now the question is, where do I put that code? So I'm going to circle here, because this is from 7, 3, 11, and then circle that. Pretty certain that's what that means. So which safe do I put that in? Do I even put it in a safe? That's a big question right there to have. Is there anything else here before I head out? I can't interact with this at all. Fen, Ares, Fen, and then try this symbol. And it's hard to read it, but Oris. Oris. In case that's a code. And then we're going to put 1412112L. How's stuff going? I was away for like 20 minutes. It's fine. We've made it into this room. Because I'm still actually underground. I can't think of anything else that I need to do here. Because we used one of the sanctum keys in order to open up this door, which led us to this puzzle, which led us to at least improve our allowance. So this door is now permanently open, which means I'm assuming, but it was asking me, like, are you sure you want to open this door? So that has me partially worried. I don't think there's anything for me to do here. Yeah. All right. Back we go. There's nothing else for me to do in this room. I'm hoping I don't need to write down all the notes about the foreman's logs. Do I need to go back to the entrance for anything? I have a secret garden. Alright, so I have a shovel, a broken lever. I have a battery pack. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to the entrance. We're going to go back to the entrance. So we're going to take this secret exit, because I would like to make the powered jackhammer. It's a tool shed I had outside. Yeah, it's not the servants' quarters. I think it's the maid's quarters that would have what I'd be thinking of right now. So we're gonna go... The toolbox is up here. There's not. I can grab a gem in here. It's hiding in there somewhere. We actually are gonna go up, because that's a closet over there. So I might as well grab my gem that's right here. Not that I need it for anything. We might as well. It's only available in the dining room. Plus 5 steps. Go ahead and just spend our money on that. Make sure we have plenty of steps. And we're gonna go ahead and walk through here. All right. So there was a picture of monitors, and it's set up exactly as these monitors are, and it says delete it, and then there's the letter A pointing at this one, the archive.
That is the archive, right? Delete it. Okay, well, how do we delete the archive? That's a lot of fruit. Swan song. Remote terminal access. Laboratory. We can connect to it thanks to that other unlock. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. When you draft, each time you find some trash while digging, permanently add 1 gold to my allowance. I guess. Swan song. We're gonna connect to the office computer really fast, and we're gonna spread money throughout the entire estate. Not that I really need to, but I want to. Staff services. Punch in and out. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon, so if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Yep, I already managed to get it. Request schedule change. Special orders. Running shoes. Now I can buy the running shoes. Data transfers. Currently not available. Right. Remote terminal access. Office, right? I should be able to do this through the office. Or, no, I already tried this through the office. Am I not able to... Run payroll, spread gold in the estate. Spread gold now. Run payroll now. Woohoo! Money! So this, of course, is the archive. Delete A. In archive, it's still archive if you remove the A. All right, we are going to go over here. We go to the workshop. Apple. All right, battery, shovel, and broken lever gives us the jackhammer.
More effective than a shovel at excavation. It digs deeper and finds better items. Zeke, how's it going? Ooh. Pick sound amplifier. Let's go ahead and assemble it just so we can. What was it? It said, greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. Okay, interesting. That is a shame. We're going to go to the dining room really fast. We actually got the bonus from the boiler room this time.
Dinner served. Country stew pie. Boiled chunk stew, layered and then baked to perfection. Topped with mashed potato, parmesan, cheese crust.
Have dinner. Boom. 30 steps. Gets us nothing awesome in the pool hall. Right? Alrighty. So we got to go back through the drawing room. And of course, one thing that I keep thinking about is these pictures have got to mean something, because it's repeating a lot of the same pictures over and over and over again. But I don't know what it's going to mean, so maybe I should write it down. Like, is there a hidden chest hiding in here somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Do I go to the terrace? Yeah, we take a look at the terrace. Why not? So is she justice? We seek what's in the shade of truth. Is this truth? I don't see anything specifically like in its sitting in its shadow, so that was the first clue I was thinking it would be. Also, so if someone was curious about it, so there's this picture here. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. So that's the thing about green memos. Key card. Even though I don't need it. Yeah, we go up to the den, eat an apple. Today would have been a great day to have that permanent allowance, thanks to eating apples and whatnot. Ah! Stupid chapel. How do we have so many stabs? Last time you were worried that you were going to run out of stabs. I'm just a true gamer. I don't think we have to go that way. The camera's pointing here. Be great if you could also see like the camera here on the wall and see what it's actually pointing at. Because the camera's really just pointing here. Did I... Have I drawn Mary's symbol? I have not. I'm going to draw her symbol. Well, it's not necessarily her symbol. Fog. 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 And then we're gonna make circular on this. Wave, 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 wave. My phone just died. Wave, 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 wave. Mary, Matthew, Epson. And I'm gonna write down her birthday. 01/22/1958. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's the same number of steps, regardless. But there's a bigger chance of finding more fruit if I continue to go this way. I can also go back downstairs again. Ooh, an apple. If I go back into the crypt, might be able to dig up something. Sure is this. In order for me to get to the crypt, I have to go in. Alright, so I have to get to the catacombs by entryway number 7, which is going down the elevator, which is through the main entryway. I could walk all the way back. That'll cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps. It's not the end of the world. And then a few more in order to get to that. Because I have this jackhammer. I want to see if I get something very special from it. And I should be able to find something in the catacombs. Because if I go into the foundation, it's going to take me through the basement. And there's no good way for me to get there. But what I can do is go through the basement. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go through the... We're going to go through the basement. I think it'll cost... I filled the pool up with water. That makes things tricky. Is there anything in this room? No. Whoopsies. So we're going to go back downstairs. So that way I can go... We can get to every place in so many different ways now. It's actually interesting that I'm making it difficult for myself this way. Alright, so there's the chest room. If I want to change to... You know, we're actually going to look at this chest room really fast. So why... I think I need the powered hammer. Because remember, we specifically had a picture of this wall right here. So the real question is this the clue? Or is it pointing at this wall and I need to do something with this wall? So that's the thing we'll have to figure out. Into the catacombs we go. No! Shame. So we can't get to the catacombs to do a whole bunch of digging. And unfortunately, I already dug everything up. So I'll have to remember that if I have the opportunity to be building the power jackhammer, to save my dirt piles, so that way we can at least dig with it, because I'm assuming, this is just an assumption, I don't know, but I'm assuming there's going to be a specific item that can be found only with this powered jackhammer. So we need to go back through here. Alright. So we need to head north into the courtyard. I'm a little sad that I decided to already dig everything up. I mean, I didn't see any reason not to, but it is but a shame. Let's pick up the extra money from the servants' quarters. Nom. Man, this would have been a perfect run to be eating. Payroll issued. There's no reason for me to go downwards. We're just going to go straight. No reason for me to activate the boiler room. I think I'm going to leave the pump as it is. Oh, wait, no, I specifically wanted to, activate this to see if this will allow me to use the reserve tank! Yes! Oh. So how do we use the reserve tank? Oh, I see. You know what this means? We're going back downstairs. Straight back to the foundation. E.
I'm not done exploring yet.
Oh man, I desperately need to brush my hair. Alright.
It's getting tangled. It's a good thing I have 12 keys! So we specifically have our note that says green memos in white boxes are always lies. So I'm gonna start on a new page. Green memos in white boxes are always lies. So let us start off with another blue box then. The green memos and boxes near this box are both lies. Okay. Ah, it's a red memo. So, if I recall, red memos are all lies. So I should just ignore this. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by that. Green memos and blue boxes are true. Green, hopefully. So blue, memos in blue boxes are always true. This is true. The sanctum key is in a black box. Blue. The sanctum, which we want, key, is in a black box. More than 2 boxes contain prizes. The sanctum key is in a blue box. As a lie. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by a moon. I have 5 keys left.
The pink boxes do not contain black. The pink boxes do not contain any prizes. There's a black box hiding over here. This box contained a sanctum key. We got another sanctum key. All right. Green memos and white boxes are always lies. We know it's not going to be in a pink box because that was written by a blue note. The green memos and boxes near this box are both lies, which makes me think that it's that and that, or that's going to have memos. And we also know the pink boxes don't have anything, because these two are about both equally near it. So this is a lie. So there's no reason for us to open any box with waves on it for the allowance. And no moons, no waves. That's wavy. I don't think there's any other blue or black boxes. So I think the last one is we're just going to open up this chest. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2, 4, 6. Oh, that's so nice. This box contained 3 allowance tokens. And then, of course, there's that one that says... I think it's just the 2 prizes are down here, right? More than 2 boxes contain prizes, which is false. Which means that's it. I can still open up more boxes, I guess. I don't think there's anything else for me to open. Let's save our keys just in case there's actually something in room 46. But first, we're gonna go open up another sanctum door. We have the steps. Well, we burned through our keys real fast with that. Do you wish to use it on this door? Yes! What lies behind door number 2? I'm so glad I just drew this symbol. I'm so glad we just drew this symbol. This is Mary's, I'm assuming. So we're wanting 4. That's 4. Wrong. That should be correct. Because that is the mark of... Marshall. I need fog. I didn't mean to go away from fog. Right, we have fog. Nope. There's the wavy lines. Thank you, Mary. Ooh, I'll read that in a moment. I am actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I am tempted to save the postmaster trip as it will just wind up here once again to join the other 7, which I am pleased to report were all waiting for me on my desk safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made and lessons learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Herbert. P.S. Remind Anne to replace the books I lost. Alright. We're just gonna... In fog... We are lost. In fire, we are found. That is the same exact post stamp right there. The Grand Realm of Fen Ares. So I'm going to have to find the other symbols. Because right now I've only got... I'm going to cross this one out. Because that was not it. Because we have 6 more of these symbols that I'm assuming that we're going to have to find. At the end of the War of the Fifth Era, after the Grand Realm of Fen Ares was established, Murajai boxes in the realm were graced with red tiles in honor of General Teskin's victory. When these tiles were presented, all black tiles in the box turned red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles on the box turned black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Dyslex army.
real question is... Black tiles turn red when these... So when red tiles are pressed, black tiles turn red, while white tiles in the black box turn black, serving as outclassed and struggling reinforcements. Yeah, so that's gonna turn black. And then orange capitulates. Orange turns into the color of whatever is most around it. Alright, so I can easily just do this. Wait! Can they move afterwards? Hold on. Cancel. Do you need all four the same to be a specific color? Yeah, but I think... So here's what I'm wanting to do. And it's... I want to... Because the orange tiles, while as interesting as those seem, are actually not going to do me anything. So I need to be using these tiles. We could do that one, and then we can start swapping. Dang. What do green and black do? So green swaps places to the other side. Black specifically pushes all the tiles to the right. And then, of course, they wrap around to the back. And white will turn into gray, apparently. I guess the other question is there anything else white will do? White will trade places with gray. That is weird. Yeah. So, because if I do this and then we click, because the orange tiles will change to...
whatever is next to them. Or however, whatever tiles are all around them. So the question is... Okay, so I could turn that green, but is that a mistake? Probably. And I don't see anything that the gray tiles do. So gray tiles are stuck as gray tiles. This is simply going to turn gray. In that sort of scenario. White, when pressed, turns gray and turns the gray tiles adjacent to it white. That turns that white. Even more of an allowance. There we go. That was tricky. That was a good one. That gives us an allowance of 17. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is this potentially being a clue to something later on. That's the mild concern I have. Alright, do I have anything else before we're done? I have nowhere else to dig. So I already dug all in the secret garden. I already dug in the aquarium, I believe. There's nothing for me to dig, like in the garage. I think it's just time to head out. it's time to make it to the 46th room and call this one a day, and then we'll also be done for today, but I'm excited. That's 2 rooms we've got in. I didn't even know you could get in those. But the last question is there something in the 46th room for me? Or are we just going to get the outro again going? Where Mary is telling her sad story about the Red Prince. We gotta save our keys just in case. But we're also going to leave the level like that for a little bit. Because I do want to come back and I want to see if those remain open. Or if I have to reopen them again. Oh my gosh, I've been playing this for 3 hours. We've been doing this single run for almost 2.5 hours. But I think we're finally out of things to do. There's nowhere for me to go, like, no reason for me to go to the West Gate, the cavern, or anything like that. These symbols are going to fill up here on the side. Is there a secret ending? Who knows? I don't know if there's a secret ending or not, and I keep doing as much as I can to avoid spoiling myself on that. I have enough steps. I can go take a look over here, make sure there's... Yeah, there's no other notes. I did dig all these, right? It is a shame that I decided to. I need to drain the aquarium again. But not today. Because I need to look at a couple of these clues again. Because I think there's a clue here that I haven't quite understood yet. I think there's a clue here I haven't quite understood yet. There's definitely a clue here that I don't quite understand yet. I need to drain the aquarium to see that. I get to enter it this time. Oh no. So there are a lot of different combinations. More puzzles. Yeah, more puzzles. The secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. I got another sanctum key. I don't know if I have enough steps. Alright, I need to write this down now. Eight sanctum keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's write this down. Found on the furthest rank. Locked. Tight. And I'm going to put check mark next to 1 because that's what this key we just found is. Locked tight in the vault of the bank. Which it's in the vault, and you need the vault key, which I've gotten the vault key once. But we're probably going to have to get the trading hall, specifically get the vault key on a future run. Trade for it, unlock the vault, which is going to require quite a few gems, because it requires 3 gems to get the vault. 3 gems to get the vault. High up. Among all the clocks below beneath the docks, which, if I understand correctly, that's the one we got out of that chest. That took us 10 keys to get to. The 5th is held by a king on his throne and in a station left by one of your own I've already forgotten where I found those 2 sanctum keys. So one of them I got in the dock, but where did I get the first one? The first one I got... Where did I get the first key again? I'm really trying to remember. Because I got the second key below the docks. Major... If you draft it quite late, waiting behind the last door of 8. Got number 6, I believe. In a station left by one of your own. Right, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, because we found it in the safe house. I think you're right about that. Okay. So... last key is waiting behind the last door of 8, so I think I need to unlock this door next. Just to hopefully get that right. Mary Epson. Okay, the clock is moving. I was about to say, if the clock's not moving, that's a clue. Does the run end if I click this? Can he eat that apple? I cannot. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have enough steps to get to the to that secret room. I wouldn't have enough to get all the way back. Um, 8 realms in 8 months. I don't think I've done a good job at listing which realm is which. I also don't have any more diagrams drawn, unfortunately. I have banners, martial, fog. Right, that's for... That's one. But I don't know the one for the purple symbol, the orange symbol, or basically the Iraja or the Arch Ares symbol. I don't know the combination for those. Really? So now I need a map. I don't suppose you can make it to the library? Nope, definitely not. I'm gonna click this. You found the crown of the blueprints. The former ruby crown of Orinda Ares, recently set with freshly cut sapphires. The first time you draw a red rune while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. If you do, gain 1 stone and redraw floor plans. So it's literally... So this is how I would remove the archive. Is I get the crown of the blueprints, which hopefully now is permanently available and can be found easier. And then we need to remove and delete the archive. Alright. We're gonna try to get back.
barely gonna make it. So we need to open up the last room of 8 in order to get another Sanctum key. Hopefully I know the setup. Oof, it's gonna be really close. Because it's gonna consume another step. We're barely gonna have enough. So we need to open up this one. To me, what's going to be even sadder is if I've already technically seen it, I just didn't write it down. Let me think if there's something that looks familiar. No, that's not it. That doesn't ring a bell. That's not it. I don't actually have something for the diamond symbol. So I don't know who the diamond represents. But it's not going to be the colors red, black, purple, orange, or yellow. So that actually makes picking the color on the outside border a lot easier. It limits down to 3. I'm going to go with fog. I'm just going to make one guess. I feel like I've seen this symbol before. I don't think fog is right. It's not going to be agricultural. It's not metropolitan. I feel like this one... If it is this, is it industrial? No, I don't think that's right. I think it's academic. I'm just going based off of memory of everything I've seen. I'm going to try academic.
So that's heat. I don't think it's heat. Snow. And then the last important thing is the color. No. 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 It's not yellow. Could be pink. I don't think it's snow. I don't think it's windy. It might actually just be a straight line. It's not yellow. It was worth a shot. Alrighty. Well, we at least have this door unlocked so we can get back down here. But I'm gonna have to figure out... Dang, I really gotta untangle that. What our pizza is gonna be made out of. I'm just double checking one last time. Am I sure I didn't draw it somewhere? No. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to find... Draw this. Oops. Alright. So we're going to be looking for the diamond symbol. That was a good run. One heck of a fantastic run in the blueprints. Can I undo it? I mean, yes. Alright, so we also still have plenty of rooms to continue to get into. So we haven't still found them all. And of course we have room 46. We got almost all the bedrooms. I still need to get go into the master bedroom. I had it available once, but I haven't drafted it. I still have a greenhouse that I haven't picked. The tomb was cool. We'll have to go back into the tomb at some point. Nothing else for us to do. That's everything. Allowance of 17. We did, however, fill out the entire house, so that is one of the achievements. We're going to call it. The Garden Inn. But not of the dead. Alrighty. Well, that... Save and quit was one heck of an amazing run. That run was 3 hours long. A lot of puzzles were solved. We made fantastic progress on that. That fills me with a lot of joy. And I hope that did for you guys as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. I hope you relaxed. And had a good one. It is time for me to call it a night. It's time to call it a day, everybody. Have a good one.